transfers on these strong nukes we made last winter. Hope you can all see that and got a good picture. So what I'm doing is I'm going down the hole. I'm at my quarry site and I'm basically transferring anything that's starting to fall out of boxes, and there's a lot of it. And trying to keep on top of things this spring because there's just loads to do. So these are Dadont 6-framed poly nukes made by Stare, and they are absolutely full of the bees I made last summer. So what I'm going to do is transfer these over into a Dadont 10-frame hive that you can see there. So the hive is a hive from last winter that was a dead out. I've cleaned it out. I've saved a couple of the frames. There's nothing wrong with that. They only died of probably a varroa. And I'm going to be just transferring this over. The bees are lovely. So these are a daughter of a breeder queen from Dr. Peter Stoffen in Germany. They are open mated in my mating yard at home, so they're fairly gentle, very nice bees. And you can see they're completely congested in this box. I've got to check for swarm cells in this box as well. But I don't know. I don't think I should say there's a problem because we are only March, but never say never. Yesterday I found a colony with cups with eggs, only just been laid into, but it just shows you how, I don't know where everyone else is in Europe, but we've had like an amazing spell of warm weather. I think it's most of Germany as well, and also northern France into Belgium. All the area have had really warm weather for about 3 days. And in sunny Yorkshire, in the UK. But obviously what's going to happen is we've got a big weather front coming south. It looks like for the UK tonight and tomorrow, and for us we'll get it Sunday, Monday, so it's going to get a lot colder a lot quicker, which is not good. Hi Bradley, nice to see you. So I've got to be careful with these nukes because it's so easy to think, right, they need space. There's so much nectar flow at the moment because everything is in flower. We've got a lot of local shrubs called blackthorn, and also obviously the canola or the oilseed rape is just coming into flower here. So we've got to kind of give them room, but as we know it's going to go cold next week, we've got to give them stores as well if you're transferring into a big hive. So obviously I want these hives to be ready to go in a week or so to give them supers, so they start putting honey in the supers. The problem is it's like this big dilemma, do you put supers on or not? And I want them to fill out these boxes first, but as it's going to be cold, I don't want to give them too much space. So I'll get these filled, transfer them over. They'll have 2 days in a reasonable flow, and then we'll see what they're like after. If they've expanded a bit onto the 8 frames, they'll have a super, but they'll have a super with the cover still on and just about 4-inch gap to allow the bees up into the super if they want to go, and if they don't want to go, the heat's contained underneath. So hi Rick, nice to see you. Right, let's get these bees transferred. So these are a 6-frame Dadont nuke made by Stare. I've gone over to these, I find they're really good. The only thing that is a problem with them is cleaning them in the winter, or after winter. You've got to really scrub them. You can pressure wash them, but you can't do it too hard. It'll be nice to use a blowtorch, but you can't. You can see this one is absolutely full, and these bees are really nice. So let's get this transferred over. I say these are queens I made last summer. It's the daughter of a Dr. Peter Stoffen. And they seem to be really gentle, they seem to be really prolific, so and there's no reason why they shouldn't be. So let's get these transferred over. I'm going to stand this side because all the bees are still returning to here, so there's no problem at all. And as I move them over, we'll slide the box over when we finish. The first job is obviously getting that first frame out, so it's never easy. You often do squash 1 or 2 bees, but we'll try and be gentle as we can and give space. So we'll move the 2 frames at the side over a tiny bit, and then we can get the middle frame out, the middle of the number 3 frame. So 6 frames in this. Once you get that first frame out, you're usually fine. Pretty lousy frame, this one. That's what you get when you get nice queens you make yourself. There's absolutely no room in this whatsoever. But look at this. We've got a cup in here, but there's nothing in it. 2 cups. It's exactly what I'm afraid of seeing. But this was a colony that's really, really strong. So, pretty nice. I wish they were all like that all year, but obviously they're not. This is obviously a really nice colony, and I'm very pleased with it. But this is the middle one. Let's get this in the box. You always must remember your configuration you take it out and transfer it into, because you don't want to upset the bees. And also, the other thing is often they do shape the frames a little bit, so you want them to fit back exactly how you took them out. So we'll go for this number 4. The bees aren't really moving, which is absolutely excellent. I've got to push them out of the way with my fingers. Exactly what I like. Another pretty decent frame. You can see there's nectar nearly clogging up this brood nest, and I'm not surprised, there's just no room in the box. And if you guys can see that, pretty nice bees, not doing much. I think they're almost going a little bit swarmy because they've become very, very still, and they're probably waiting for instructions because there's nothing they can do right now. They haven't got a space to fill. And this is really the problem you have in the spring. You go from the sublime to the ridiculous. 1 minute you have absolutely loads of time and the bees aren't doing anything. The next minute they're falling out the boxes. I lit my smoker before, but it's actually gone out and I haven't used it the whole day. This is, I think, my 10th transfer. So, lots to do. Another little cup there without an egg in it, so that's good. No eggs on this one. A little bit more room in this frame. You can see this is a classic frame of brood. She's been laying in the middle. The outside, you've got nice pearly white larvae. On the inside, you've got capped brood where they've just started capping it over as the bees have grown those larvae to adulthood, and now they're going through the transformation to for their metamorphosis into adult bees. So that's actually a nice frame, quite pleased with that, but a little bit more room in that frame is good. Really heavy frame here, completely full of stores. There's absolutely no room in that whatsoever. You can just see that it's just pollen and nectar. Lovely frame if you've got hungry nukes, but it's really too much for this hive, so this will be going right at the back. I don't need this frame at the moment, but I'll keep it because they're going to need it for stores. So this one will go backwards, 1 space back, and that's this side of the colony empty. Now I'm going to fill back the other way. I'm going to put a frame of foundation in that gap after, so they've instantly got space when we finish doing the transfer. Another frame of brood. Both sides. Pretty nice looking. Brood hatching out from there. And all this is not hatched, so this is a colony that the frame, this brood is hatching out here, so that obviously the queen will probably have relayed it now already. Yes, she has, it's full of eggs, so she might even be on the other side of this frame, or certainly this end of the box for the moment. Not much room, all completely full. Good and not good, but I'd rather it was this way around than being weak bees and not doing what they should be doing. So I can't see the queen on that one either. We've got some drone frame on this side. Already it's only there's our drones, first few drone being made there. Drone larvae, I should say. But that's good, nice pollen here. I won't put this frame further back, but I will give it space just next to it, because, oh, there's our queen, right on time. And if you can see her there, walking around nicely with the blue dots, last year's queen. Isn't she a beast? I think she's probably looking for room on that frame, but I don't think she's going to find it. So There she goes. So there you go. Nice transfer. Put this in. You can see the bees in this box are so prolific. So prolific that it's just full of bees. They've got nothing to do. Bees need space drastically. So what I tend to do is just this. I give them all a knockdown. First I knock the front off, then I turn this over and shake it out. We know the queen's safe. That's the best way of getting the bees in quickly. You can put the box like this if you want on the front and you can smoke it and they'll all walk in. But it takes ages, and if you're in a hurry and you've got another 20 to do in the same day, which I have, that's what you need to do. And obviously some bees are going to drift here. I know that. There's some probably drifted onto the box next door. We're going to slide this over. Now, that then means that those bees will reorientate to that box. It's exactly the place they should be. And there they are going back in. In Europe we have these Nico doors we use. They're really good. What I do is I put it back on loose for now, because you can flip this over and use it to